Hello, welcome back. In the 3.27 league, the Keepers League, we have the Genesis tree and then we can cook some items, and especially the unique section. Here we have a few nodes, but in actuality we have like 30 to 40 nodes with the small nodes where you can select different outcomes. And I assume we have like additional chance for the item to be a unique belt or something else. And now we're making a series about all of the different items with potential good cooking outcomes. Here we have some prerequisites, the ones we know for sure for now, some that are hidden and we want to find out later. And we can respec this at any time once we unlocked it. And so for episode 1, we are going to take a look at the unique rings and find ones that have downsides or which are not beneficial for the user, and then try to think about what could be changed for it to be a good unique and maybe some exceptional uniques. Because there are like 2 or 3 rings that could be amazing if they're Foulborn or double Foulborn with these nodes. Foulborn Gluttony, 50% chance for Ancient Foam Gifts to give an additional item, and Birthed Uniques have 50% increased chance to be Foulborn, and then the Extremely Foul, Birthed Foulborn Uniques have a 20% chance for multiple Foulborn modifiers. There's like 1 or 2 items if they have this mod and the right places that should be like multiple mirrors. Yeah, not that much, but it should be expensive, really expensive. And then we can be lucky and remove the minus elemental res or some other bad mods and get better items. And here, the Prospero protection has gain no armor from equipped body armor. That could be maybe removed, but the downside is not that bad. Then here we have the minus cold res and the energy shield, which could be considered a downside because usually cast when stun build use this and they want as low as possible maximum energy shield, ideally 0, to get always stunned with any hit. The Pyre, ignited enemies killed by your hits are destroyed, which could be a downside, but I'm not certain because the ignites maybe stop proliferating if the corpse on the ground is dead or destroyed. The Calm Sign has like no mods, maybe the level 10 Enduring Cry is usually a downside, and maybe you can reroll it with something else, a Foulborn mod. The Ember Rake has 40% less burning damage. It's a huge downside if you're stacking ignites, and that's the main form of damage. Then you can remove the less damage, and then you can have like 2 of them equipped. Or you have it with the Reflection of Calandra ring, so you can copy this ring if it's that rare and the Calandra ring is cheaper. Then for Envarius, we have the minus 22 elemental resistances, which could be rerolled to something better, and then we don't suffer from the huge downside. And here, the Barracks Pass, maybe the armor while frozen is a downside for most builds, I think, or it's not that interesting. Then this could be rerolled. The Gratis Signet, attacks inflict unnerve on critical strike, and spells inflict intimidate, which is flipped upside down. Your attacks need the intimidate and your spells need the unnerve. Maybe you can have some lucky effects with the Foulborn, or it has interesting mods which could be changed to something else if it keeps the style of the item with the Foulborn mod. Then the Harper and Loop, maybe you can have some interesting mods. This is usually a mod for some ward builds that want to use cast on damage taken. And maybe you can reroll this for a new archetype of build, or you use one of the minion mods for like minion damage. If you have the node on the tree that you increase your damage by your minion damage, if it keeps the archetype of the build with the Foulborn mod again. Then the Summon Spectral Wolf, maybe the mana region is not that important and you can get another cool mod. Then the Dream Fragment has cannot be chill, cannot be frozen. Maybe you want the cannot be frozen to be removed and then use Winterweave. That the effect of chill on you is reversed, but you don't want to be frozen. Maybe you can do something with that. Then the Time Clasp, I'm not sure about that one, but maybe it has some nice combinations. A Chevron's Revelation, if it has the left ring slot, then you have some different mods. Maybe you cannot recharge or regenerate energy shield, And if that mod is removed, then you can do that. And for the right side, you cannot regenerate mana. If that one is removed, then this would be a huge item. Then the Warden's Brand has a lot of flat damage, but 30% reduced attack speed. And if that is removed, then you have basically 30% more attack speed, or increased, not sure. Then the Thief's Torment has can't use other rings. If you remove that, you can gain an additional item slot and a lot of res, life gain on attack, and rarity and reduced effective curses on you. And Essence Worm has 2 potential outcomes. Your blessing skills are disabled, and you can use a blessing after this is removed again, and the reduced reservation efficiency of skills. Then the other skills that you use after having 1 aura in this ring cost like 80% more reservation. And if this was removed, then you can use other auras without the penalty to reservation. And maybe you can even use a blessing if it's double Foulborn. Astral Projector has Nova spells have 20% less area of effect, which could be a huge area buff if this is removed. And also, now that I'm thinking about it, about item acquisition. These items are all obtainable anywhere, as far as I know. Some other items are limited to where they can be acquired, like from specific bosses, and these usually cannot be created in the Foulborn tree or with the Genesis tree. And some of the items can be acquired with the Foulborn tree, I think, if they are from the Breach League specifically, like the bosses, like Soph's Amulet. Warrior Legacy, it has 20% less attack speed. If you remove that, you have basically 20% more attack speed. Maybe here you want to remove the poisoned enemies you kill with hits, Shatter. Or maybe you want to remove the line you're chilled when you're poisoned, but usually that one is used with the Winterweave to reverse the chill. And for Venipuncture, you're chilled when you're bleeding, maybe you want to remove that line. Or you maybe want to remove the bleeding enemies you kill with hits, Shatter. Storm Secret has take 250% lightning damage when you Herald of Thunder hits an enemy, which usually requires that the people get some lightning damage leech. And if you remove that, maybe the build is easier to use for Herald of Thunderbolts than for Ramira's Banquet. Lose all power charges on critical strike. Maybe that one can be removed. The Winter's Gamble, it has a lot of mods and maybe interesting outcomes, especially Reservation. If that one is kept and then some other stuff is removed, maybe, or changed. Snake Pet, again with the Chevron's Revelation, it has some left side mods and right side mods. Maybe you want to remove this line, then you projectors from spells fork, but projector from spells cannot chain. Then you maybe can even chain if you remove this, then your projectors fork and then chain, or whatever the logic is, like fork, chain, pierce. It has different order, but I'm not sure right now. And for the right side, your projector from spells chain 1 additional time, but they cannot fork. And if you remove this line, then they can fork again. And if you remove this one, projector from spells cannot fork, pierce, then they can pierce again. This one is a prime example. And it can drop anywhere. Then for Ming's Heart, it has reduced maximum energy shield and reduced maximum life, but a lot of chaos res and a lot of damage. So if you can remove one of these 2 lines or both of them, then you have a very nice item. And that was it. Tune in for Season 1, Episode 2. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Bye bye.